Last time on Magic and Steele.
You could get a nat 20.
I got an 8.
No, honey, I haven't.
The mighty Nunu has 5.
10.
Okay. Everyone gets smacked in the face.
And I just
Gab's
like,
belly flies off Geb's head because she gets hit with a fish too.
Yeah!
Very good, Ari.
Yeah, who did we have to go to first?
We have to go to the tower to meet Scruff.
Yes.
Yes.
The double Dutch bus going down the street.
What are you going to read downtown?
So we're near the Tower of Power. Amara's quite sour, but Brian's going to give her a flower. Shaycon will probably cower.
Because he needs to shower.
Oh.
Or Chandala will devour.
As you guys make your way
As
to the
usual.
tower.
Yeah.
I thought somebody ate him by now.
Look at those horns. They're bigger than yours.
Look at that beef.
From that
Did someone say
direction.
One Direction? I thought that was my cue. I'm sorry. Go on.
Baby, you light up my world like nobody else.
Fish heads, fish heads,
Roly-poly fish heads,
fish heads, fish heads, eat them up, yum.
Once he opens the tower, then you can enter.
Lionel! Good luck, my friend.
it's Leon. Am I the only one who knows these people's names?
He does that on purpose, Joe.
Ding Ding turns into Sirius Black. Stands up. Hello, Harry. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once more to a quest for Magic and Steele.
Brought to you by the SteeleEmpire.
Don't forget the last E for entertainment. I want to thank everyone for coming along on this journey thus far. It's a pleasure to have you with us. Hope you're enjoying yourself. If you are new to our banter, you might want to go back to our pilot episode, episode 1. Everything's up there on podcast catchers, so feel free to jump back there. Also, feel free to just jump in and get lost in the craziness and try to figure it out. Good luck. I want to thank everyone who's given us iTunes subscriptions thus far. We appreciate it. It helps us move up in the rankings, and so people can see us on iTunes. You don't have to listen to us on iTunes, but a majority of people around America and around the world, I guess, for that matter, listen on iTunes. It's a very popular app, the podcast catcher on iTunes. So if you can, do us a favor, even if you don't have an iPhone, you can go on your computer and just go to itunes.com and register, and then find our search for our show, A Quest for Magic and Steele, and give us a 5-star rating and a little shout out. Tell us how you're enjoying the show. You can also reach us at pods@SteeleEmpire.com and hit us up on Twitter at Empire Steele. Don't forget the last D. Without further ado, we'll hand things over to my eldest daughter and DM, Amara.
Hello, hello. Okay, so do you guys remember where you left off?
Something about a scroll?
No. So
Ish
you
is about to go down.
are all kind of in a line or a group
Around the tower?
looking at the back of the tower as huddled together, looking towards the tower. And if you look up, you cannot see the very top of it. You are about 50 feet away from it. Who is magically inclined here? Shaycon, Geb, and Nunu. You can feel that the magic field around it is still present, so you can't approach. Unless someone else wants to try to approach.
When I get that feeling.
Well, I mean, if
Get
we
blown up.
feel that we can't.
You three feel.
Oh.
I'm going to try to approach.
I don't recommend that.
Do you listen?
Try and tell me what to do one more time. I dare you.
Oh, well, I tried. Darn.
Whoops,
So
okay.
as
That's
you
what I
get...
Chandala, you might not want
No,
to...
no.
I swear to God.
Okay, good luck.
All right,
I'm the leader of this group,
She sounded like
so
a
I'm
chicken.
going to go.
you get about 25 feet in front of it, and it's kind of harder for you to walk as you're getting closer to it. It's
You can
like,
see her leaning into it. She
she's
has
like
to do it.
pushing herself to go into this, and you can see there's like a force of like air pressured around her. You can kind of see it when she's walking
It kind of
through.
looks like almost like clear jelly or something like
Yes.
that she's pushing through.
Yeah. So as she keeps going, she finally gets to one point and roll a dexterity.
Why does it always have to be dexterity?
No,
There's
wisdom.
no point.
Not wisdom.
Roll a wisdom then.
Oh my god.
That's even better.
Why would it be wisdom?
She's walking into magic. Wisdom save.
16.
Okay. You
That's not bad.
do not get
Killed.
forced back by the magic, but you get shocked and you feel
All you see
you're
is
getting
her just
shocked
sitting there
and you
getting
get
shocked.
4 points of damage.
You knew that would happen to me.
Well, Karma.
Tried
Calling
to
yourself a
warn you.
leader.
You all knew that.
We tried to
And
warn you,
didn't say
Rashonda.
nothing.
And Stelly comes up to you and starts pulling you back. Come back, come back.
No, she's gone. We lost her. Oh, woe is
4
Rashonda.
points of damage every minute.
He tried to cook me.
So as you guys are waiting around trying to figure out what is taking so long for this force field to
force field?
go this force field to go down, and then you guys are gonna wait there and see when this is gonna go down. Okay?
And just so everyone knows, this is now the voice that will be.
yes, and you will hear me all day and all night in your dreams and
No.
and yeah.
You sound like you have
No.
dentures.
Well, I don't. Thank you. So it cuts off from you guys this scene and goes to the 2 separate armies. So we have the King Eric's army on one side, and then we have Mordon and his fellows on the other side.
Oh, down.
You want to know what battle music I have in my head right now?
What?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yes.
Do it. How's it go?
Den, den, den. Den, den, den. Den, 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 den. And it's like operatic and everything.
Cool. Nice.
It's
I
like
was
when
just-
they're walking underwater to ambush that one ship, and they're walking really slowly and menacingly. Anyway,
I was just thinking dun 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 dun, dun the Empire.
Yeah, but the evil is not coming towards you.
It's
if
just
you
a
guys were
cool
evil,
sound.
unfortunately, it's
Dun
not the sound that we're
dun
looking
dun 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 dun
Yeah,
dun
they were
dun 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 dun
the rebels.
dun
That's
dun
better.
dun.
who needs input
music
edited
when we
music?
have it here.
That's right.
So it cuts off to see them as they're ready and waiting for this force field to go down. You can't see much of what's going on in the tower itself. It's weird. You can't see any lights. You can't
Well, they
really
don't.
see,
It doesn't have windows, right? Structural.
but you
weaknesses.
can't see anything like that going around. Well, no, it has windows, but you
Oh.
can't see anything coming from the windows. It's like the magic itself is kind of blocking it. It's making
Oh,
an
so there's almost a
illusion.
hazy image?
Yeah.
Like when you see heat, like on a hot day, the
Yes.
heat wave kind of coming up off the asphalt.
It's not the tower.
Ooh, I like it.
So then it cuts to the scene with Scruff, and he is standing in front of the tower. He's made his way, just like Rashanla did, closer to the tower. He has the scroll in his hand, and as he's getting closer to where the scroll is leaning against the tower, it's kind of rolling into itself. So it's not folding or getting crumpled or anything like that.
It's nice and neat.
It is nice and neat. So he keeps walking until he can't walk anymore. He has trouble as he's trying to force himself through this jelly field of
But
magic.
we don't see this because we're on the
You
other
don't
side,
see
right?
this, no. But everyone,
All right.
viewers see
Yep.
this.
So we're viewers.
yeah, the viewers.
Listeners, yeah.
The listeners.
Listeners
So-
see it with their brains.
Yeah.
So everyone, us and the 2 armies, we're just like waiting. We're like chomping at the
Yes.
bit
Right.
for the signal.
We're waiting to see that mirage look disappear, that heat
Yes.
wave look.
So as
I
you
just
guys,
got a bad feeling. Not even as Shaycon, just as Lisha. Got a bad feeling.
And the DM goes, mm-hmm.
I should have worn that shirt that says,
boy,
when the
great.
DM smiles, it's all over.
Yeah.
My mind is telling me no. But my body is telling me yes.
All right, sorry. We are so
My body is
in
also
sync
telling me
today.
now.
All right, so Scruff is there, and as he gets to the point that he can no longer go further to where he would get shocked by the field, he stops and he looks at the scroll. He then takes out like a quill that he had and starts to write this weird things on the scroll, the portion that he has. And then he takes his thumb to his lips and bites down and makes it bleed.
Naruto.
And then he draws an image or some type of symbol on what he just wrote over. And then once he does that, he starts to mutter to himself.
And then he clears his throat.
And it really starts.
And then he's
You got a hairball.
I'm getting too old for this.
Right. Now it's time to say the final words.
And after
It
he...
sounds like he's talking backwards.
Yeah, it sounds like a Led Zeppelin record played backwards.
That's why I did it. So after he says that, he forces his hand down onto the symbol that he made on the scroll, and this force field kind of pushes out from where he is, where the scroll is, so like a force of magic and light. And then all of a sudden, the top of the tower starts to glow, and it's a point of light just beams straight out from the top to the sky. You guys can't see how far it's going. But then the top of the magic field that you can now see, even if you can't really see magic, now you can see there's literally like
Starts like
jelly
melting.
and field and something melting.
Starts to dissipate.
And as it starts to dissipate, you can see the tower behind it doesn't quite look like the tower that you were looking at. It looks more broken down and dead and ugly and just decayed.
I'm imagining Minas Morgul, Sauron's place.
Sauron.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's more of like a ruined like a ruined tower. And there's a lot of like like blackness coming out of some of the windows, and just some of the walls are broken off. There's a lot of just stone missing
Even
and
vines
things like that.
growing up.
That's not
Vines.
pretty.
What?
He fake.
As it keeps going down and down, if you're looking up, you start to see shadow figures popping out of the windows.
Yeah.
You start to see shadow figures flying out of the windows from the tops and making their way wherever they're trying to go. As I'm moving my hands back and forth, you can't see me. So it keeps coming down and keep seeing the force field going down. And there's some windows that you can see fire coming from. Maybe there's like a torch or something lighting from those few windows. Once it hits the ground, it kind of sends out like a shockwave almost, but it's just like like an earthquake kind of. It bounces everyone up, and you kind of have to stable yourself. Now we're back at the group for the second. With Shaykan, Geb, Escalus, Nunu, and Rashandala.
Is she still electrocuted? Or her hair's just sticking up?
Her horns, there's an electric current going from each horn.
Yeah.
And
She has channeled the power.
She now has like a lazy eye that will sometimes just kind of like.
No, she keeps walking over to Shaykan going, like static electricity, like when you walk across the rug. Like,
she slowly
Like that episode
like
of Ed, and Eddie,
makes her way over there.
where Ed's like discovers this static electricity and
Yeah.
just moves his feet, and you can see his body coursing with electricity.
Yeah.
And then he touches someone and just goes,
That's basically what's happening. So you guys,
Hey,
as you're
Shaykan,
sitting
come
there,
here.
you see the field going down, then you feel that pushback, that pressure that had just come off of the tower. And now the tower doesn't look like what you were seeing. It looks more dead and decayed and broken and just
Appropriately
overgrown.
so.
Yes. And as you are kind of waiting for something to happen, you start to hear battle cries coming from both directions, from each side of the tower. And you hear what sounds like bones, and then also swords clashing together, and some spells casting and everything like that. So there is a battle going on both sides.
do we have time to coat our weapons with our shadow juice?
Gooey.
Yes, you guys are doing that now because you hear this battle going on.
We must prepare, everyone!
Where does this
Why
stuff
didn't we
even
do
come
this before?
From Scriff.
From Scruff.
Yeah, but like
Ectoplasm
where
from
is what I'm
Magic
asking.
ways. I think it's made from...
Don't ask questions you
mud
don't want
and-
the answers
Yeah.
to.
Yuck.
It comes from the shadows themselves because you have to fight fire with
Yeah.
So
fire.
this is shadow
That's
blood.
ectoplasm.
Yes. Ectoplasmic. Nice. That was like one of those Nagul things. Is that what you call them? The things on the Lord of the Rings? The
Oh, Nazgul.
Nazgul.
So this battle is raging from both sides of the tower as you guys are coding your weapons to make to be ready to go into the tower. There's a hole in the wall from where you are. It looks like somebody's tried to escape or do something that there's a big hole. And Scruff is on that one side. He looks, he's kind of wobbling back and forth. He looks like he took a lot of energy to do this ritual. So he starts to stagger a little bit, and the scroll rolls up all the way and rolls towards him. By the time it gets towards his hand, it just kind of like poof and disappears. Mm-hmm. So he's shaking. He gets out his little cane from his side and kind of puts it down so that he
Starts
can...
Yoda-ing back into the forest.
Yeah.
He actually starts making his way into the tower. He goes into the entrance right there, and he starts walking.
Oh, is this the Count Dooku fight where like
Yeah.
save everyone?
So these battles are going on.
These battles.
And Mordon and his fellows are fighting these undead, and King Eric and his army.
Does King Eric have a ghost army or an undead
He
army?
is
No,
undead
yeah.
army.
Undead and
There-
So
skeletons.
that side should be hard to
He's
keep
the Dead
track of,
Legion.
because it's undead fighting undead.
Yes.
No, I think
well, they
there's
have.
not that many undead. Or doesn't he have a lot of shadows and those demon dogs?
Yeah, he has a lot
the
of more.
tower?
He has a lot more
Variety.
shadows and stuff. Yeah, the undead that they are fighting on the other side, they notice that they look like.
But that's the old army, isn't it?
Eric's
Yeah,
men
they're the old army, right?
that
they look
were
different.
taken from him when.
Yeah, so he got him
was
back.
taken.
So some
But
of his
their
people?
eyes are kind of glowing a different.
Okay, so
you can
Right.
see
bad
the
undead
eyes.
are eyes glowing, and
Yes, they can
friendly
tell
undead
the
are
Red eye
difference.
glow.
At first, they were like, "What the heck? Why are they coming?" But then they started fighting, and then they kind of noticed the slight change. So they're fighting. There's shadows everywhere as well, and they're all raging in battle. And you guys are in the back, and you have this entrance right there.
Let's go!
Onward,
Join the
Stelly's kind
battle.
of shaking, and
Now, everyone.
Put her in your pocket.
This is what we've been working towards for far too long, in my opinion.
Can't wait to see some drama.
Stelly, stay behind me.
Shake-On cracks his neck.
Let's do this.
I pick Shikon up and throw him in.
Yes.
Right after my intimidating, all right, let's go, Bert.
Nice.
Shakon is thrown into the tower. So Shakon was just back of the neck of his
Collar.
and the belt of his pants lifted up by
And
Rashandala
hammer thrown.
and thrown, chucked into the tower.
At the same time, as soon as he was grabbed, the static shock hit him, and his whiskers on his beard went like flapped out, like real staticky. And then he's flying through the air with that.
Breaker 1, 2. We're coming in for our landing.
So Shakon is now in the tower. He is in. So the stone wall that was broken, he was thrown into this hallway. So it's kind of rounded. Like you can see down one end and then you can see down the other end. But
see, Shake-On? Oh, is that what I am? I'm just bait.
I jog in
Yes.
and I draw my sword.
Shing. Is it safe to go in? Are you eaten yet? Are
I'm
you
already
dead?
jogging
Like, I need a response.
You don't deserve a response.
Okay, we're
It's
good.
really
That was-
quite filthy in here.
All right, so we're following Aeschylus. He's the first one in after that. Stelly, stay behind me.
okay.
Still has
And
a
we
sword.
have-
Yeah, we should have made her like war
We have
armor or
Ding
something.
Ding with us, but Ari's back with the.
Yeah, he's
other
back.
crew.
cast light on my quarterstaff.
Stelly
So we
doesn't-
have
Gandalf.
more than just
I
a glow
cast
butt.
blindness.
No.
Stelly doesn't actually have a sword. She just likes to make the action and say shit.
But she does. We actually got her one. She got a little needle.
She has like a
Needle
safety pin.
She got a little needle thing.
Or not a
Yeah.
safety pin, but like,
I
just like a
draw
sewing
my
pin.
sword. Ting.
Who do you think you are? I look back and
I'm you. I want to be
like you. Have you ever seen The Secret Life of Ariete?
Yes.
Yes.
a
Yes.
Walter
The little
Mitty.
guy, right?
Yeah.
The little girl.
Yeah, that's what she did.
Oh yeah.
She
Yeah.
found a pin.
Yeah.
It was her
She's got a
sword.
safety pin.
Yep.
Anywho.
All right. So you guys had entered into the tower. Are you giving me that face? Because I
No, you
does
did
sound
it.
like-
Joe were like laughing. You were like, okay.
Don't make fun of my facial expressions. So
I
you
can't wait
guys,
till we do this on Twitch, like live. On
Yeah?
video.
Because people
gonna be
will,
awesome.
like make fun of me all the time.
It's gonna be hilarious
because of all of the facial
They're gonna
expressions.
love it.
Well, people can record me while I'm doing stuff. We can put on Twitter or whatever.
That's like a whole thing.
Oh my God.
I could do like Facebook Live. Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, we might as well just wait for Twitch anyway.
So you guys have entered into the tower, and you look to the one side and you see the hall kind of bending, and you look to the other side and you see the hall kind of bending. 3 doors by you that's leading towards the center of the tower, and there's nothing against, like, except for the hole that you guys walked through. There's nothing on the outside of the tower. There's like some windows that are broken and everything. There's stones all over the place, so it's hard to kind of walk. And as you guys are chilling in this entrance, you look down the right and you look down the left, and you see what looks like fire or some type of lantern or torch or something
boy.
coming in both directions towards you.
Hurry, the middle door.
Is it coming quickly?
You guys have a couple minutes to discuss what you want to do.
Go through the
But
middle
you
door.
see lights are coming from both sides.
There are 3 doors. 2 lead to your death. 1 leads to salvation. You can answer 1 question. Okay.
I walk past Shakon and try the middle door.
You open and it is a dusty old closet that has a
Hide.
bucket of something that was sitting there for years and ages, and it smells
that's nasty. Okay.
awful.
Shake on, investigate. Investigate.
that door.
Why do I gotta investigate it?
Because you are magic, powerful.
I just shut the door
You
and tried
have
the other
magic
one.
too.
See if
Well, he
it's-
shut the door.
I
Which
tried.
one?
I tried the one on the right.
Oh my gosh! I wanted to see
try-
if that's anything good. We could use it
It
against
smells like death. How can that be good?
because we're fighting death. Fight evil with evil. Fire with
So
fire.
you open the one on the right, and it is like a barracks. So there's
Boy.
there's cots and bunk beds and a
Treasure
chest
chest?
and a couple other
Ooh,
things.
there any-
do
is
we have
there
anyone
anyone
with
in
a
there?
lockpick?
There's no one in there.
All right.
Lockpick. Let's go investigate.
I don't think we should go in there because they're gonna like.
How big's this door?
The soldiers are probably gonna walk in.
Okay.
No, we have to go check every chest and see if we can find
All
any
right.
goodies.
If they're going in there, I go and check the left door.
We are on
Make-
a specific mission. This isn't
Dragon
How big
Age.
is this
We still
chest?
have to go check the chest.
It's like a chest that would be so if you were
What's a Dragon
playing
Age?
Dragon Age or
Oh,
Skyrim
thank
or
you.
something, there's a chest in the room that would have either like armor or
Yeah,
something. in it.
we
Like
always
that's-
make
That's what they
time.
would hold in instead of a dresser or
Always make time.
I go and check the left door before.
So Aeschylus goes to open the left door, and you see a hallway that leads straight, and there's a very bright light at the end of it.
I think
And
we should
I
go
am
to this
DM.
one.
I am still
die?
opening chests. So
Okay,
do I find
so
anything?
Nunu does a little
My little
cute
lock
jog over to the chest, and he starts to open it, and it goes da na na na,
and it glows. And numbers come up.
and it glows.
And there's like a
but
little.
there's
leather.
nothing in it.
Yeah.
There's dust, and it looks like a dead mouse is kind of laying in there.
And then Shakon just looks at him and goes, "What'd you find, Nunu?
We'll come back for it later.
Was it worth it?"
Yes. We don't have time right now. We'll come back. And I'm pushing them out the door. Let's go. Move on. Onward.
That's what I thought.
So you guys go back in the hallway. Does Aeschylus?
I walk through the left door. Come on, guys.
Okay.
Now, see,
so-
why did we throw me into the hole first when he's just willing to be the sacrificial lamb anyway?
Because it was
Shakon.
dark at
I mean,
first.
I have my sword.
Shayna.
out. I'm prepared.
Rashandala does not like Shakon.
The feelings
Is
mutual.
this like news, everyone?
Is this the quiz? Is this the pop quiz?
Even though me and Rashandala had
Are
like a
you
full-out brawl.
asking me a trick question?
Who's talking?
Is it
Your
Stella or
brain.
Amara?
My brain?
The voice is in my head again.
It's your conscience.
God
speaking.
is talking and telling you to go through the door.
Oh.
The fire's getting closer and closer to you, and you hear
It's just a lantern.
Oh, guess
right?
what? I'm fire
you
resistant.
hear
so
just
not
like
worried.
footsteps
Oh,
and everything
go through
coming
the
towards
last
you.
Wait,
door,
now they're
for heaven's
following
sake.
us?
Okay.
We see these flames coming at us.
You see these flames from.
It's
so-
like
You don't
from
see the
torches.
people. It's like
not
shadows.
actual
but
fire.
it's coming towards us.
yes, it's coming towards both sides.
So let's turn and fight.
Okay, well,
No.
no. Before I go through the door, I'm going to change everyone's torches pink. That'll buy us some time.
So as these footsteps and
that
everything are
won't make
coming
them, like-
closer towards this direction, they turn to a pink and like a reddish tint on the wall, and then you just hear a weird noises and
Click.
things.
Confusion.
confusion. And you guys make your way through the left door, and Stelly is the last
shut
one,
it.
and she shuts the door.
Yeah, good job.
This freaking pixie must have like super strength.
We're pixies.
We're pixies. Sorry, I keep hitting the table.
Yeah,
I
wait,
love you.
what's that from? I forget. Timmy
Fairly Odd
Turner?
Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents.
I said Timmy Turner.
pixies. We're pixies.
Shayna has a duck on her finger.
She tried to stab me with it.
That is Miss Beaky, so...
Oh.
Did I give her a name?
Why is
You
Beaky
did,
have
you
one
did,
little
you
I
hair?
forget her name.
No, it's
Bika.
Miss Beaky.
It's Bika.
No, it's Bika.
Bika. That's it.
Baka!
Oh,
Beck.
hello.
Oh, and we're while we're going through here, we're looking for Tuna, Luna Tuna, whatever. Luna, what was the queen?
Beaky.
Right? We know she was helping us from the inside, so we're keeping our eyes open for her.
Did we
And
forget
Bika.
about
we
her
we
son?
said Tuna. Remember Luna? It wasn't Luna. It was
Luna Tuna.
It
Are we
was
done
Zuna.
looking for her son?
No.
we haven't even
Are we just
found it.
accepting that he's dead?
Thuna was
He's
the,
just like a side
and
quest.
Thuna was his wife,
Optional.
the
Yes.
Zul's wife.
Yes.
We also have, what's the deal with King Eric's wife? Are we finding her too? Is she in here?
I think she dead.
Well, she is dead, but we're supposed to help him
Who? King
recover
Eric's
her.
wife?
Yeah,
She's
undead.
just like a prisoner, so we're not really worried about her.
Not right now.
There's a lost child. We're just assuming he's dead at this point.
No.
There's an imprisoned wife. We're just like, we'll get to that later. And then there's a Thuna that we're not quite sure what's going on with her.
But she could
We're
help us. So we
heroes.
definitely want her.
So Thuna is Zul's
Yes.
wife.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just as a refresher. So we go through the third door.
And there's a light towards the end as you guys are making your way down the hallway, trying to get further away from whatever was coming from both directions in that hall.
And we're proceeding with caution also, people. Yes?
I'm like slowly walking at a somewhat fast pace.
So we're proceeding
that
with
makes sense.
caution.
Wait, I'm slowly walking at a somewhat fast pace.
Yes.
What?
It's like a
Yes.
SWAT team. You're going through nice and precise, but you are taking your time to.
I'm kind of like,
You
I
see
have my
anything,
back
pop,
arched
pop.
with my sword ready to like stab.
As he's running, ninja like, ting. I'm just kidding. So you guys make it towards the light, and it starts to get brighter and brighter, and then all of a sudden you pop out, and you feel like kind of fresh air from where you are, and it takes a little bit for your vision to kind of clear out so that you can see what you're looking at.
Did we just go through the other side?
Are we dead?
So as you are looking, you are kind of on this stone porch, and there's a couple railings that are broken and everything, and then you see that you are in a courtyard somehow. And like as you, it's a big courtyard. It's about
In the middle of the tower?
yes.
So there aren't any walls, and I assume there's maybe just like a
So we
support
have-
beam.
So we have the tower, and the tower you thought was just one big tower. It's actually just like a cylinder.
What I'm imagining
It's just-
is that there's no like support beams or anything. It's just like either it's supporting itself via magic, and then the only like structural part is the outside, which is decrepit and cruddy. But there's each level that's just kind of like supporting itself, I assume.
So think of a cylinder.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the tower.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the middle of the tower.
Yeah.
And the outside layer is the tower itself.
Yeah.
That's the hall that you guys were going through. There's a bunch
Yeah.
of rooms and stuff. Now, in the center where you guys are, which is the courtyard, you can see straight up through the
Yeah.
very top of the tower, so you could see the sky.
Yeah.
But you see there's structures kind of like pointing out.
Like
And,
little
like-
walkways.
Some are little walkways, some are just kind of like weird beams that are trying to hold up the one side of the wall from the other. And
So kind of like the Death Star.
kind
You
of.
know those low
And
corridors
up
things.
closer towards the very top of it, there's from what you can see, it's very high up. There's some type of circular like platform
Made of glass.
in the very center that there's structures coming out of it. There's like 6 different walkways coming out of that one center point.
I assume that's where we have to go.
That is where you see a shining object, actually, and it's kind of in the very middle of it. So it doesn't look like a walkway that anyone could really like stand on for very long. But that's at the very, very top of the tower. And you could assume that maybe that's where the light had shined out from the top of the tower. It shot up the beam through the sky.
Well,
So maybe that's the
they ain't
magic
getting
that-
any deader.
That's
Let's
true.
go.
So you guys are in the center of, you're making your way towards the center in this courtyard. And it's dead and gross, and there's dead plants. And
Well, it smells like
everything.
mummy farts out here.
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
I think that's just you.
You can see different doorways. As you're looking up through the center, you can see different doorways and windows from where you are. Some are newer looking doors than other ones. Some are just broken and it looks like rubble where you couldn't even take the rubble out and walk through. Like it's not even possible. But then there are others that look like they've been there for only a couple weeks and they're bright and shining and locked, looks like.
No doors locked with my hammer.
There's a bunch of doors outlining the bottom of the courtyard that you are. So, like the door that you have come from, there's a couple other doors. There's 4 doors other
Okay,
than the one
so
you've gone
I'm
through.
gonna do I guess I'll do an Arcana Spidey sense feel to see if I can sense which one is right to go in. That there is a 25.
Nice. Is anyone else going to try and make some type of check?
I do an insight.
Okay. What kind of check did you magical?
I did Arcana.
Arcana? Okay.
19.
All right.
What did we do so far?
So we've done a insight and a Arcana check.
I will do investigation.
Okay.
I'll do history.
It's a bold move, Cotton.
Okay.
Let's see how it pans out.
Oh, nat 20 plus 5. Without that matters. I got a plus 5 to investigation. Not shabby.
I got a +6.
Do you?
Yeah.
Ah.
It's because she's intelligent. She's the only intelligence-based class in the entire game.
I got an 18 plus
What?
1.
For history?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys did rolling very well.
Yeah, man.
All right, so I'll
And
go.
that's it. That's it for this.
Yeah.
I know.
So now we're gonna die.
When we're gonna fight, we're just all gonna like.
Nat
So-
ones across the board.
So now you can see that there's some
There'll be
bad
at
guys
least
coming
one
to
nat
kill
20.
you. Oh, great. That one.
There'll be at least one nat 20.
Which would be you.
I don't know
Because
about
these
that.
dice are weighted.
So pass this around.
No.
Wait.
Wait, the napkin map drawing.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Just tell us.
Expert level
because
cartographer over here.
It's just
Yeah.
a little easier for you guys to kind of see
Yes.
than
She
for me
just
to
took the time to
explain,
draw that
you
on a
know?
napkin.
Okay. So pass it out. The
Okay.
blacked out doorway, the courtyard that you're in. Okay. The X is where you guys are standing, or that's the very middle of it. So the blacked out doorway is the way that you came in. And then there's a couple other doorways, okay? So I'm going to go through each person and explain to you what you see from what your investigation was or history check or something. So we have the knowledge arcana check from Shaycon. And so you guys are in the doorway that you'd come through, okay? So there's 4 different doors other than the one that you're at. Now there's one to the left, there's one to the right, and then there's 2 others next to those.
center right and center left.
Yes. So there's one north, there's one south, there's one east, and there's one west. So the one that's further away from you to the left, you can tell that there's a lot of magic coming from there. You're not exactly sure. No, actually, you are sure. What
Yeah, I was
type of
gonna
magic
say
is coming from.
25. I better be sure.
But you also understand that you have felt this type of magic being performed or studied from.
It feels
your
familiar?
mentor. This does feel familiar to you. Then we
That's what
have
I was looking
the
for.
insight. Gab, you can see that the door that Shaycon was looking at, that's straight ahead to the left, it has some type of.
Yeah, let me just stop you for a second. So directional wise, we're coming in through the south. So we're looking at it. We got a north, a west, and an east, right?
And
Is that
then
right?
there's
You're
actually
coming.
2 north.
You're coming
Oh, there's
in.
2
so
norths?
Yeah.
if you're coming in from the south,
Yeah.
then you have one at the northwest. You have one at the northeast. Then you have one at the
East and west.
southwest and,
We're in a
or
circle.
southeast, and one at the southwest.
Let's just say east and west, and then
Yeah, that'll
the
make it
northeast
easier.
and northwest. So
Yes.
1, 2,
East,
3,
west,
4 other doors?
northwest. Okay.
So 4 doors. Yeah.
Sure. Yep. So
5 altogether.
The
Besides the
magic-
one we're walking
yes.
in, that's how we can view it.
So the magic was felt through the door that is at the northwest
Okay.
portion. Okay. Geb is also kind of trying to view what the doors look like to see if he knew what was going through it because he rolled an insight. He could tell that the door northwest, which is the one that Shaycon has felt the magic coming from, has some type of magical property to it. It's not like any normal kind of door. And then he also notices that the door to the east is newer. So it must have been placed there for some type of structural reason, and they maybe use that now more often than other doors. And there's one to the northeast and northeast and the west doors. So the opposite two. He can't really tell much. They look both the same. They don't look newer. They don't look magical or anything. They
didn't stand out in any way.
No, they did not stand out in any way. You rolled a history check, Aeschylus. So as you're looking at this, you can kind of assume that this tower was structured almost similar to towers that you've been in before or castles that you've been in before. So you can kind of assume where everything would be or what the doors would look like to where it would lead to. You can tell that the door to the west of you is almost slightly bigger than the other doors around. And you could tell that probably leads to some type of higher up area, maybe a throne room or some type of royal chambers or something like that. To the northwest, you can tell that obviously that door wasn't structured with this tower. It has a different type of...
That's the magic door?
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the magic door. You can tell with the locks and everything, they must be keeping something in there that doesn't want to be seen by other things. Then there's the northeast door. Brian has saw that door and the west door kind of looked similar. They were probably same structures from the tower itself, where
And they're larger.
And they're a little larger. But this one is slightly smaller. You can tell from the door that you saw in the west. You can see that the type of door that it is, it's actually like a two-way door. So it leads to a bigger type of room that maybe stored some type of weaponry or armory or some type of library, something that would be big, or some type of cafeteria or something like that everyone would go to that had a big area for people. And then the door to the east.
Yep.
That one, you can tell that it's newer, and it definitely wasn't a door that was structured in this type of tower.
So the east and the northwest are newer, is what I remember you said.
East and northwest,
Yep.
yes. This door, you can tell that from your experiences in towers and different castles and everything, this type of door is made to keep people in.
Oh,
And
twist of the
Nunu, what did you
mustache.
roll for investigation?
Investigation, nat 20.
Okay,
So now you
rolled-
said that door to the east is to keep people in.
yes.
The
I'm
door to the
guessing it's a
northwest,
prison.
did you say keep people in or keep people out?
Northwest is magic.
Northwest is magic.
Oh, I thought you,
You
said
can't
in.
really tell. It's
Okay.
it's like a locked type of magic door that
Okay.
you're not sure if it keeps.
And the other
people
two
in
are
or not.
just like a little bigger.
Okay.
So Nunu, you look deeper into the types of door, what you see around them, and everything like that to figure out what is inside them. And the door to the east, I'm going to start off with, that was the newer door that Geb had seen. That door, you can tell there is a lock from the outside. So obviously, whatever's in there can't be coming out because they can't unlock it. You also see there's chains and stuff on the outsides of the doors. So you can assume that some type of prison or something is held in there. Now, the door to the northeast is bigger. It's the two kind of doors. You notice that there are stacks of books by those doors. So you can assume that that is where a library would be held. To the northwest, that magic door, can't really tell much about that just from glancing. But you know that there's some type of code or some type of spell or something that needs to be placed on the door in order for it to open or unlock. To the west, as you look at that door, it doesn't look like it's locked or anything, but it is more of an elegant door. It's bigger than the other 4, and you can tell that that definitely leads to some type of throne room or some type of royal chamber.
Anyway, thank you guys very much. We're going to sign off right now. We are coming to a close on this quest. As you can see, we're getting closer to what we need to finally meet
Get
up
home
with
for dinner.
the all-powerful Zool to try to defeat him. Thank you.
Wonder what the guys look.
Twitter, @Empire Steele.
Yes.
Facebook, SteelePod.
And email pods, PODS, @SteeleEmpire.com.
See ya.
Bye.
Peace.
Blech.